Hi everyone, welcome back to Cut to the Cheese. Today I'm bringing you another installment of a video from Desert Person. I really fancy making the banana bread recipe. I have been doing a lot of baking behind the scenes from this book. I recently tried the Malted Forever brownies. Love them, but I did make a few tweaks to make the flavor taste exactly how I wanted it to in terms of the kind of chocolatiness I really enjoy. So today I wanted to do something really simple from the book. And even though it says so in the book that this is one of the simpler recipes, I will say one of my biggest pet peeves about Claire's book is the amount of bloody ingredients that it needs to get it done. So I have been intimidated to even try some of the simpler recipes just because, you know, I don't really always have the time to measure and sort 20 ingredients. But you know what? I have made time today. I do want to enjoy this cake. I really fancy myself a banana bread. And I haven't tried a new recipe since the recipe I fell in love with, which was the Sally's Baking Addiction recipe, which I absolutely love. Swear by, never have tried any again until now. So I hope you can come along with me on this journey to try a new banana bread recipe and hopefully love it as much as the previous one. This is Cut to the Cheese, and if you like more of this content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also, life hack, this book is so massive. I've had to clip it right here so the pages don't turn while I'm making it. If you don't have a fancy, book stand while you're making your recipes, this is a great trick. Okay, so I'm starting with the first thing ever, which is 130 grams of almond butter. That seems like a lot. Okay. Let me just trust the recipe. That smells delicious. That's 111. Let's say another spoonful of those. Nearly. Okay. That's delicious. I am supposed to add 1 teaspoon of oil. It says coconut, but I'm gonna add normal because I hate is the word, coconut oil. And it says to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Let's do that, and let's do a mixy mix. I'm thinking, what is the reason behind adding more oil when the almond butter itself will have some almond oil on top? Unless that's not supposed to be something I should have added. But it has loosened the consistency and it does, well, smell a lot better. So let's keep that aside, I bet. So I believe this is gonna go on top. Now, that's it. I'm just gonna preheat my oven to 350 Fahrenheit. I'm not sure if you struggle with Fahrenheit and Celsius, but I have this lovely kitchen guide from next.ae that I bought, and this reminds me how to keep my temperatures in check. This is my large bowl where I'm gonna mix my dry ingredients. And for the dry ingredients, I obviously need flour, so let's go get that. dumped my dry ingredients in the big bowl. Okay, now we're going to be looking at the wet ingredients. Before I do that, I'm going to take a small bowl and I'm going to put in 1 banana and see how many bananas I need for 227 grams of bananas. Guessing 2 to 3? Okay, maybe just 2. I don't trust this just because the recipe I usually love have 4 bananas in it, but these bananas are ripe, but I wouldn't call them super ripe, so it's going to take me a second. So let me do this. Okay, so that's our banana mixture mashed. Okay then, now bringing this back, whisk eggs to break the yolks and the whites, so 2 large eggs. Okay, so I need to get 2 eggs on. Okay, that's 2 eggs. And I need to add to this 130 grams of sugar. Okay, that's 130 grams. Okay, I need to mix this vigorously until the mixture is smooth and thickened, so let's do that. About 30 seconds, I'm gonna add my mashed banana after this, the yogurt and the vanilla. So let me add this to the mix. That's 79. Okay, that should be plenty. I am going to add some vanilla powder. That's a lot of vanilla powder, but will live. 83 grams of almond butter. Okay, so that's that. And yeah, let's mix it. Oh, I was supposed to also add 110 grams of coconut oil, so which is normal oil. Okay, so let's mix that. Let's mix them in. Let's put it all over my new sweatshirt. As one of the things I wanted to do was add some nuts which are not almonds, and also add some chocolate, which I'm going to do directly to the flour, which will just make sure that everything is coated and it doesn't sink on the bottom. This is 40% cacao, which is, again, a good percentage, but also not too dark, which is great. Again, same thing, break it by hand, because life's too short to chop chocolate and ruin your knives. And again, because it's going to be coated in flour, the chocolate ideally shouldn't sink to the bottom. So I have just finished baking the banana bread. Now in theory I'm supposed to wait, but I've never had banana bread when it's not hot of the oven. So I'm gonna try a piece, a small piece, when it's fresh, just so I can try it the way I like my banana bread, even though it's completely crumbly. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, I'm only getting it out in pieces. It'll be all right. It'll be good. Okay. So about that much, trying on a piece. Like that. Okay. This recipe is, I feel bad saying it, is quite underwhelming. This recipe uses, I think, half the amount of bananas compared to the recipe I usually use, which is by Sally's Baking Addiction. So it's not as sweet, but not even sweet. I think this is just quite a bready flavor, whereas the banana bread that I'm used to making is a bit more like a banana loaf, and it's richer because it's got faux bananas in it, and the banana-ness is a lot more potent. The almond butter does come through, but I can't imagine why I can't use that little trick of some almond butter and oil mixed in on my usual banana bread recipe. I'm gonna have a bit with the chocolate and see if I feel any different. It's perfectly tasty. Let's get that out of the way. I wouldn't call this the highlight recipe in the book. I have had better banana breads. The almond butter is clever, but I reckon you could even add peanut butter. You could add, I don't know, macadamia butter. You could have hazelnut butter, and it will all be same delicious. To me, a good banana bread should be fragrant with a banana flavor. I know I was supposed to add cardamom, and I've added cinnamon, but even to my degree, replacing cinnamon did not give it the traditional banana bread flavor. It's just the flavor of banana is just lacking, and I can tell you that I had two lovely soft bananas, so that shouldn't have really happened. Yeah, I'm a bit underwhelmed, and I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought this was going to be my go-to recipe, but the first recipe I'm in love with was so hard to beat. So I would recommend, even though I'm a big fan of Claire and I love the stuff that she's been doing, love her recipes, this one's not for me and not from my family. I quite like the Sally's Baking Addiction recipe, which I will link below, because I think what you could do if you're like me, who you like a rich banana bread, you could use that recipe, but try the twist of the almond butter on top with the swirls with that recipe. I think it'll be delicious. Maybe in the future I'll do that if you want me to do it. I'm open to it. But yeah, this one's just not my favorite. I hope this has been a nice journey, and I hope you've enjoyed recipe testing and recipe making and dishwashing with me. I will see you next week, and thank you so much for watching.